Council President Bender.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I put myself in queue to say the same thing, but I think it's actually worth saying many times in many different ways. And that's why I think the second staff direction that came at the same time, which is about this bigger look at how we are doing community engagement as a city, is so important. Because if we don't understand the enterprise's approach to community engagement, it's very difficult to understand how neighborhood organizations fit into that. I also appreciated when I got the chance to meet with the team one-on-one, thinking about this from the lens of a fundee relationship, like a typical foundation to a nonprofit organization. And we have a really different relationship with neighborhood organizations than the Minneapolis Foundation has with grantees, for example. And just starting to think through what is the appropriate level of specificity in the grants that we are giving? What is the clear purpose and direction of the expectations back for taxpayer dollars? And then what do we do in the situation where, for example, in my ward, and I don't think anecdotes are always that helpful, but I've seen amazing grassroots-based work in my ward, and I've also had the situation where a neighborhood organization is officially opposed to something that clearly the vast majority of the constituents of that neighborhood support. For example, opposing affordable housing in a neighborhood that's 90% renter facing massive gentrification. And so it kind of gets to the heart of how are we balancing all of these give and takes, and then how are we using that information to make governance decisions in a way that honors the work that's happening, in our communities at the neighborhood organization level. So I really appreciate us returning back to those bigger picture questions about how we're doing community engagement and how neighborhood organizations fit into that.